What shape do you think of when you hear the words hot rod? For a lot of people, it's this, a 1932 Ford.
Howdy, I'm Jason Lewis, and today on AutoEdit I have a really special treat, a real old school style hot rod. Now this is a 32 Ford highboy, and a highboy means that the body sits on top of the frame rails, meaning that it has a taller profile than some hot rods that you'd see running around. And I kind of like that about this car. Now this is a friend of mine's car, and he's a big dude, and he's standing right over there. I know what we need to do first thing in this car. Let's do it. This car kind of has, the usual combination. It's a fiberglass body, 32, with a, kind of a formulaic Chevy small block. But if you're gonna do a Chevy small block in a hot rod like this, make it unique. And this one is. It's a 355 circle track motor with dual Webers on there. It revs like that. They built in a little bit of a stretch into the cabin here to give you a little bit more room. A stock steel body 32 is even more cramped. This car has kind of the opposite of what the traditional muscle cars I like to drive have. This has an independent rear suspension out of an old Jag and a solid beam front axle for the front suspension. So it really makes it a challenge to drive, but it looks really cool, and it's very period correct. Hot rodders did that back in the day. They took the coolest parts off of what they had around and made cars out of them. Now the power in this thing is frighteningly great in the sense that it's such a light car. It's got a really snappy little V8 in here. Watch what this thing can do. Bench seat, no seat belts. Hang on for dear life. So to say it's a rough ride would be true. It's pretty rough in here. The steering wheel is kind of like driving a school bus, it's just kind of flat out in front of you. You got kind of an awkward reach at the gas pedal and the brake, and they're right next to each other on the floor, but what a great time this is. It's all the visceral things in this car that really make it amazing. Look at that view out over the hood. You can catch the flames. Just the fact that there's no fenders, there's just tires out there somewhere. And, the thing's jumping all over the road, but it's just loud. And if you touch the gas too hard, the back tires just incinerate. Yeah! Right? And for driving around, the thing is just great. It doesn't overheat. The brakes work really well in a car like this, and it's just fun, an absolute blast. You can't help but put your elbow up on the door here. It's the exact height. Scientists have proven. And as it's just cruising along here, it's really enjoyable. You just kind of go hurtling through space in this cool little time capsule, having a blast.